Hey friends, my name is Cappy, and I like books. Today, we're going to talk about A Good Case by Cynthia W. Hammer. Now, this book was given to me by Eloise. She went to Savannah, and the author, Miss Hammer herself, was in the farmer's market basically selling books. And so this is her second book, and she actually even signed it for me. I've been writing a novel myself, so she said, "May your first novel be a bestseller, Cynthia Hammer." And I just appreciate that. That is very, very sweet. Um, Hopefully she still likes me after this review. So, anyways, it's a really cool story how my wife met the author. And so I decided to make this my first book that I read in 2025. So the book itself is about Sheila, who is a caretaker in these home health agencies, and the struggles that she has to go through. And I feel like this book, The Good Case, it really shines a big light on the horrors that these people have to go through sometimes. There's a lot of allegories and allusions to slavery in this book because of how poorly they are treated. There's the themes of racism, there's themes of women empowerment. There's a lot of really, really good stuff in this book. And I feel like the message that it's trying to say is super duper important. And I'm really glad that I read the book because I have a better understanding of the struggles that these caretakers go through taking care of these old people. Speaking of caretakers, you should take care of that like button and that subscribe button and give it a little push. I enjoyed the main character of Sheila. I think that she has a lot of energy and a little bit of sassiness to her, which I appreciate. It is kind of refreshing reading. Another thing that I liked about the book were that the chapters were really short. I feel like I could jump in, read like a 3-page chapter and then close the book and move on to the next thing that I'm doing. It was easy to consume this book in bite-sized pieces. For some things that I didn't enjoy about the book is that I feel like it could have gone through 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 more rounds of editing, line editing in specific. There's a lot of punctuation errors, there's a lot of formatting issues, spelling mistakes, problems with tense where it's in present tense in one spot and then past tense in another, like in the same exact paragraph. And so that a lot of it felt like it was maybe her first draft and then she put it into paper, which sucks to say because I'm trying to write a book myself and I want to give every single author that I read, I like books, okay? So I want to give them the like benefit of the doubt that they really did their due diligence. And it's obvious that she did her due diligence because the research that she must have been able to put into this book to get these stories had to have been immense. Now, the problem is that there isn't necessarily a super defined plot in this book. It is more a collection of a lot of home health agency stories. If you go into it knowing that, I think you'll enjoy it better for the loose kind of plot that happens where she is looking for a good case to take over and be the caretaker for. However, there isn't like a whole lot of there's a lot of ups and downs, but there's not like a distinct storyline or story arc. I feel like Sheila doesn't change throughout the entire story herself. And there are some really wacky things that happen in this book, specifically regarding demon masks and superhero dogs. But I'm gonna leave that for spoilers. Like, I don't know if I probably won't do a spoiler review of the book, but in case you did want to check it out, I'm not gonna spoil it for you. So, for final thoughts, if you have any sort of interest in the home health agency industry, I would strongly recommend reading this book. However, you're going to have to jump past all of the punctuation mistakes and other errors. Honestly, at times I did think that it was comical, and I was excited to keep reading and find something else kind of wacky. What makes me feel really bad about saying that though is because the message of the book is so good, and it's an important message, and I'm glad that Miss Hammer wrote it. Okay, I think that the book has a place in the world, but I wish that it would have been better executed to better say the message that it's trying to say. If there weren't so many spelling mistakes, if it had maybe a better plot, then it could have really, really been super effective instead of just effective. So anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I'd probably rate A Good Case 2 out of 5 if I had to give it a star rating. Follow me on Goodreads if you want to get the ratings before I make the video. And also, if you like gaming content, I got a gaming channel too. I'll link it down below. Until next time, keep turning pages.